We're across the street from Cliff's High Tech Automotive, and I didn't know Cliff at all before. I really still don't know him, but boy, he's really showing some true colors. He's quite a character, I'll say. I heard that he did a lot of things in the community before, and some people kind of had a positive outlook on him. Not everybody, but a lot of people. But after getting to know him recently and some of the things going on, and because he's supporting Todd Crandell, and we have a difference of opinion, I have to tell you, this guy is really out there. There's no other way to explain it. Him and his wife are doing all kinds of different things online. One is saying one thing, another one's saying another thing, and it's just very bizarre. Now, Tim, you had saw there was a Tim Collier page just the other day. So I didn't make it. Did you?
I did not make it. I guess they morphed us into together.
I was going to say, do you know a Tim Collier?
I do not know a Tim Collier.
I don't know a Tim Collier either.
I saw a Scott Collier last night as well, saying all kinds of negative things about me and your stances, and I don't think that was you either, was it?
Oh, no, not at all. I think Tim is doing a great job. He's trying to work for the community. He is a people's candidate, and they're the kind of people I want to see. They're the kind of people that I've been trying to recruit in the last couple of years. And I'm very happy to say that there's been a lot of people that have come forward and have run for office, and there's some good candidates out there. Some of them are write-ins, some of them are libertarians, and I'm an independent. So, but let's get back to Cliff and his wife, because his wife's right in there with him. They've donated to everybody and their brother right across the street right now. There's a Hogan sign. I support Governor Hogan. Yep. There's a Kathy Bevins sign. And there's also a Naraki sign. Now, that's a little bit demented as far as I'm concerned. He has two signs side by side, people running for the same office. I mean, it's America. You can do what you want, but do you really know what you're doing? I mean, that would be one question. And then he has Al Redmer. Al Redmer beats the hell out of Johnny O any day of the week, I can tell you that. And then a little bit further on down has Todd Crandell, and that's your opponent, Tim.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason that I'm out here is we need leadership in all forms of our government, including the race that Scott's involved in and my own, to actually stand up for the community and not just be bought off and take sides. And we've had many people come to both Scott and myself to say, please help. We've been kicked out of associations, community groups. We've been bullied, and it's very childish behavior. And my question really is, why are the leaders that we have elected allowing this to happen instead of doing something? No, we've seen, Scott had a video before with Dundalk TV with Todd Crandell's legislative aide, Ron Metzger, going off on a neighbor with some racial slurs as well. And yet we still see the same pattern. So we know it's a habit. We know it's a culture of corruption there.
Well, Todd's doing, I just put out a video, last video is talking about his friends are nuts, and they are. Ron Metzger, I mean, he is just as nutty as a fruitcake, and I have to say, Ron actually even looks a little less nutty than Cliff and his wife. I mean, these people are really out there. So these are people in the community that people kind of say that they look up to and think that they do a pretty good job, and they have a lot of power. Actually, I was totally amazed that Cliff O'Connell was on a panel with people at the senior center in Essex when they were talking about crime. He belonged nowhere on this, but because he donates to so many candidates and everything, like what Rick Metzger had in there, Bob Long, Johnny Sailings, all these people, and the ones across the street as well, Kathy Bevins and Naraki. I like Naraki, I want to tell you that. I hope that he beats Kathy Bevins. She is part of the problem in Baltimore County, and I think that he's part of the solution. So I think he's a good guy, I think he's honest, and I think that he will do a good job. So, and I hope that he has some other good people that are working there with him as well. Wade Koch is another good one. Get a couple good people on the board. Make sure that Junior doesn't get in there, and I really think that Baltimore County can be turning around a bit. So, but there's been some other issues too that you learned about Cliff O'Connell that are totally bizarre. So please share that with our viewers.
Yeah, Cliff and Debbie both have said very derogative things to first volunteers of mine, people who disagree with them, and we have all that on record. But they've also put out statements directed towards, let's say, harming individuals and taking the law into their own hands here.
Well, he talked about shooting squatters on site. That's, I mean, that's, I really feel like it, and I have no problem saying that I feel that Cliff truly feels that he is above the law. I think that he feels that he has these political figures in his pocket, and he can basically do whatever he wants. He is not shy about it. I mean, we have the proof. He has stuff all over the place now. He has stayed on the line, very close to the line of being over the line or not. I mean, he is crafty. I'll give him that. But he's over there at the high-tech place. I think he's been hanging around the paint booth a little bit too long and getting way too much of the fumes, to be quite honest with you. So the man needs to be held accountable for the things he's doing, and to be involved. I would never let any individual like Ron Metzger or Cliff or his wife anywhere close to me. I would try to be as polite as I possibly could, because I'm not really a nasty guy. I'm a nice guy. But when you're doing the community wrong, when you're harming the community, I'm not going to stand for that, and that's when I come out against people. Other than that, I'm a person that would give you the shirt off my back. I'm a very nice guy trying to help people. But when you're screwing the community, taking advantage of our kids, and not looking out for their future, and the hardworking people that are out there, you're lying to them and don't have their best interests at heart. That's when I have a problem. That's when I go after people. Other than that, if you're doing a good job, I give the people that are doing a good job credit. If someone, Kevin Kamens, for instance, let's take Kevin Kamens. He did so many bad things, and the North Point Government Center is something I've spent years fighting to save. And of course, I don't like Kevin Kamens, but he did a couple good things. He helped out the Dundalk Historical Society after their windows were broke out. He actually made sure they got windows in. I appreciate that very much. He also started the Negro Museum, helped them out with that. I give him credit for that. I only wish that he would have done more to help the community instead of more to stick it to the community. So that's the difference. Now, Tim, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that if these people were in my administration and they're behaving this way towards the residents and citizens of District 7, they're gone. I'm sure Scott and many other people will be the same way. But why do we have people that are acting childish towards the citizens that vote and pay taxes in this community? Well, we hope it's not money, but we can follow the pay. We see where that is, and we hope it's not pay to play, but not in my administration, not in Scott's administration. And I will always stand up for you. They can come at me, but once they attack you, that's why I am in this race, to stop them from doing this childish behavior that doesn't represent District 7 the way that it should.
There is a certain standard that you should act when you are dealing in the political arena. As a volunteer, supporter, whatever, they have totally crossed that line.